The Falcons signed Josh Rosen, and Matt Ryan should be sweating. And I'm really getting sick of all this sunlight. On August 24th, 2021, the Falcons signed Josh Rosen to the roster to be one of the backup QBs behind Matt Ryan. Now, at the start of the video, I mentioned that Matt Ryan should be sweating. Why should he be sweating about the signing of Josh Rosen? Well, here in Atlanta, here at The Rock, sorry, that's an Andy Griffith reference. Here at The Rock? Anyway, here in Atlanta, we have a certain group of individuals. Call them Matt Ryan haters, a.k.a. the casuals. Casuals are people that... Casual is somebody that looks at stats and highlights from YouTube or ESPN or wherever they get their highlight fix. They look at a bunch of numbers and they act like they've been watching a certain player or a certain team for the entire season. So these casuals, these Matt Ryan haters, are the type of people that you can find pretty much in any city. Individuals like the Matt Ryan haters loves to praise a quarterback for a team's success and also loves to criticize a quarterback for a team failure in the game of football, which is a team sport. These individuals tune into a football game and completely ignore what goes on in a game, such as bad offensive line play, defensive line play, the defense not being able to get a team off the field on third down situations, third and longs, third and 14s, third and 17s, third and 20s, not being able to cause turnovers, establish a running game, false start penalties, guys can't stay healthy, you name it. These are things that the casuals don't like to look at. They just completely ignore. These are things that the Matt Ryan haters like to completely ignore. Things that have plagued this team for years now. But whatever. It's all Matt's fault. So let's talk about Josh Rosen, right? Oh crap, I forgot to mention why they signed Josh Rosen. They signed Josh Rosen because AJ McCarron unfortunately suffered an ACL injury that has now put him out for the entire season. So the quarterback situation was thin. If Matt Ryan goes down, who is Atlanta going to lean on? But yeah, back to Josh. In 2018, the Arizona Cardinals drafted Josh Rosen, who at the time wasn't a very good football team. Arizona finished 3-13, and they finished last in their division. Now, when Josh Rosen was getting some playing time, I did not think he looked spectacular. I thought his accuracy was awful, and I thought he didn't do a good job of going through his reads. Now, to be fair, I do think that Josh Rosen has been snake-bitten since he's been in the NFL. He hasn't really had a whole lot to work with. Now, in 2018, like I said, that Arizona Cardinals team wasn't very good. I thought the offensive line was atrocious, which played a big reason as to why Josh Rosen was sacked 45 times. And quite frankly, I thought the only bright spot for that team was Chandler Jones, who recorded 13 sacks, 49 combined tackles, 38 solo tackles, 11 assist tackles, 13 tackles that were for loss of yardage, and also 18 hits on the quarterback. In 2019, he played for the Miami Dolphins. Now, he didn't really get a whole lot of playing time. He only played in 6 games total and started 3 of them. Now, at the time, he was on yet another terrible team. The Miami Dolphins finished 5-11 and also finished last in their division. And this team during that season was getting criticism for tanking and quitting just to get number 1 picks. And for the record, I hate it when a team tanks and just quit for a number 1 pick. I think it's dumb. It's not a guarantee that that guy who's number 1, who's going to be considered the number 1 player in the NFL at some point, is going to pan out that way. Then I think this past season he spent his time in New Orleans. I think New Orleans signed him. He didn't play, but I like to think he was getting some proper tutelage under Hall of Famer and Super Bowl champion Drew Brees. And now since the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins have moved on from Josh Rosen, it seems like both teams are looking like playoff contenders. And they're going to be led by their young quarterbacks in Kyler Murray and Tai Tuivasa. So do I think Josh Rosen has a chance to turn his career around? Do I think he still has a chance to become a star in this league? I do. He's 24. He's still young. And for the record, guys who come into the league, I give them their first 2 years to get settled and to progress. I don't really like to expect a player who was doing a bunch of, crazy one-handed catches or getting 5 sacks per game to come into the NFL and just dominate. I think that's not fair. So for Josh, I think this is a new chapter for him. I think this is a good situation for him. He's coming into a new regime, a new coach, new defensive coordinator, new offensive coordinator, new coaching staff, all around, new general manager. He's going to be playing under a veteran in Matt Ryan, who is a great quarterback. Okay, you stupid Matt Ryan haters, he's a great quarterback. All right, so I think Matt Ryan will teach him and show him the ropes on how to play quarterback position. And it seems like people are excited for Felipe Franks, I guess. I mean, the Matt Ryan haters are, because he did a 52-yard run against Tennessee in the first preseason game. All of a sudden, he's the future superstar for this franchise. See, this is why I can't. This is one of the. See, this is another reason as to why people who say stuff like this are casuals. 52-hour run. Oh, number 1 QB. Sign him. Give him a contract. Matt Ryan should be sweating. And for the record, I think Matt will be out anyway in the next 2 or 3 years. So hopefully Felipe or Josh Rosen pans out. Hopefully one of them becomes superstars. And hopefully when they do, this team will be complete if that does happen. Okay, if it's not going to happen with Matt Ryan, which I feel like it isn't, which is unfortunate. But if either Felipe or Josh become future stars, hopefully they'll have a complete team to work with. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the whole Josh Rosen signing and the reason why Matt Ryan should be sweating. And I need to get some background music for my videos. Need to figure out how to put some background music. Football season is upon us. It's what, like a week or 2 away now? So yeah, I'm going to go play some 2K14. Yes, 2K14 on the Xbox 360. Oh my god, you still play 2K14 on the Xbox 360? Yes, I do.